This proven funnel alone can make you $1 million per year for your coaching business, for your digital products, if you sell high-ticket programs. So let's get right into it. First of all, who am I? I'm Sebastian, or Sebastian, you can call me both. I have over 10 years of online marketing and sales experience and co-created one of the biggest marketing education programs in my home country, in the German-speaking countries in the DACH region, so Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And in this marketing education program focused on direct response marketing and paid ads, I taught over 2,000 high-ticket clients directly in the topics of direct response marketing, the foundations of marketing, and paid ads as well. Alongside enrolling over 2,000 high-ticket clients into our marketing education program, we generated over $13 million in sales. So I actually know a lot about how to build a coaching business, how to scale it to 7 figures, how to scale it to 8 figures. And I want to talk about one specific funnel that we use to generate $1 million easily, and you can cut it down to making $100,000 per month. I'm not a big fan of fluffing around, so I want to get into the source right away. But in order for you to understand what works, you need to understand what most people do and why that doesn't work so well. So you see, what most coaches do is they want to promote their high-ticket offer directly. They have a distribution, being it content, being it paid ads, being it cold outreach, and they direct them to their application page, if they even have an application page, or they just want to get appointments to then close their high-ticket program. So if you already have an application page, which is a landing page that is focused on getting visitors on there and then promoting your high-ticket program to get appointments, to get booked calls, you're already on the right way. But the key is not to just simply distribute your visitors, cold audiences to that application page to get appointments. That's not the optimal way. I want to show you now what the optimal way would look like. So the basic system is divided in 3 parts. The first part is use a cold-friendly funnel that lets users spend time with you, because time spent, an investment of time, equals trust built. And this way they get to know you and build trust. So selling is not a priority in this step. The second step is you nurture the leads with automatic onboarding sequences and newsletter marketing. And it can take a few weeks to a few months for prospects to join your core offer. Your core offer would be your high-ticket program. This is the program where you would make the most money. Many coaches just don't understand that it can take a while for cold audiences to get warmed up with you, trust you, and then buy your high-ticket program. And in our case, with our flagship program, we expected new visitors, new audiences to take about 3 to 6 months to get to know us and then be ready to join our high-ticket program. So all of your marketing has to be adjusted to that time period. And then part 3, once they are warmed up, your prospects will be ready to enroll in your core offer. So your application funnel acts as the gateway to your high-ticket program. That's why you actually need an application page, or it serves you well. So having an application page is actually smart. So how can these 3 steps work when you want to build out the actual funnel? So you know that you have to distribute your offer in order to get people to know you and to know your offer. But as I told you in the first step, you want to use a cold-friendly funnel. So let's say you have a landing page that is a cold-friendly funnel. And this can be everything from a webinar, a video training, being it a live webinar or an auto webinar. But it should be something in video format, because then people can actually get to know you. You don't want to use a free guide or a PDF, because then there's no personality attached to it. So in this funnel, people can actually join and watch your training. They can opt in. They can just watch it for free. This is not about watching a YouTube video, because you want people to actually enter your funnel. So in that case, they would need to opt in, okay? They need to give you their email address or their phone number, but in the most cases, their email address. So then they can spend some time with you. In the best case, it's a few hours, maybe 1 hour to 3 hours. That's the best case, because after 1 hour invested, people start to actually get to know you, or they have the feeling that they know you. And then from there on, you want to onboard them into your world. And you do that with email sequences, okay? Email sequences means you just want to send them on a regular basis onboarding emails. And I invented a whole backend system that works extremely well because we generated over 50,000 leads and nurtured them this way. So with this onboarding campaign, you want to send them on a weekly basis pitches and content, more content, so more time invested with you, in the best case video content, for a certain period. You want to send them this automatic onboarding for 3 to 6 months. So you prepare this onboarding campaign, and from there on, you know, each lead that comes into your first funnel here, this one, will from there on be onboarded for 3 to 6 months and then be warmed up to later on join your program. So they actually get pitches to your application page each week, which means they come to this application page, but maybe they are not ready yet, okay? So when they're not ready yet, of course, they will need more time, and then they get the next newsletter or the next onboarding campaign where they get another YouTube video from you or another piece of content, or they get invited to the next webinar. And this should all be automated, okay? Because then you don't have the problem of, today I need to send a newsletter, but I have no time, and then I make no money, and the progress of the warming up of my potential clients is stopped. No, that's why you want to have an automatic campaign, so you can just generate leads in the front end, and you know you don't have to do anything. The newsletters are just a bonus, okay? And you want to send newsletters, and you can send newsletters to the application page, yes, or you send them to a special event, okay? This could be a live event or something like that, because live events tend to perform way better than just sending them to an application page, because there they have another chance to spend time with you. And the best thing about live events is that they can actually ask you questions at the end. You do a Q&A at the end of your webinar or your live event, and then they have a direct contact with you. So this is how the total funnel should look like. You have step 1 right here. This is where you have a cold-friendly funnel that generates leads and that lets people spend time with you, to get to know you, to get to trust you. And then you have step 2, which is an automatic onboarding campaign, which lasts for 3 to 6 months or even 12 months, depending on how expensive your product is. But for example, if you sell a product between $3,000 to $10,000, which is a common pricing for high-ticket programs, high-ticket coaching programs, then you want to have a campaign that is at least 3 months, okay? And you can also include testimony mails, we call it that way, testimonial emails, which just include case studies from your customers. So it's a bit of a mix between content and pitch. And then from there on, you want to just bring them to your application page or your live event. And this is the point where they are ready, because they know you, they know you're an expert, they trust you. And if they want to solve their problem, they know they just have to book a call with you. So here you can see the big picture, which starts with the distribution on the left. It could be anything, right? It could be ads, content, cold outreach. Even a YouTube video like this one could act as the gateway to this entire funnel. Then you have, as the first step, your initial funnel, which is for time invest. It could be an auto webinar, it could be video guides, it could also be low ticket offers, so you make some money up front. You don't just have to sell high ticket offers, because it is proven that people who spend a bit amount of money with you in the first place, then later on have a higher chance to convert into your high ticket programs. It's much easier to upsell an existing customer to another product than getting a new customer. Then from there, the second step is you have an automatic onboarding campaign. I just described that to you. And this campaign turns your cold leads, they just get to know you, into ready to buy prospects. They ascend the value ladder. They get to your application page to then enroll in your high ticket program. And this is where you make the most money. So now I want to tell you the story behind it, why we actually were using this funnel and why we started using it. Because at the beginning, we also did it the wrong way. And we drove ads, because ads made up about 70% of our acquisition. We drove ads to the application page and we generated applications for around $100 to $200. But we spent too much time qualifying and closing prospects. So our salesperson, we had one sales rep at the time, he was calling all these prospects and he had to call them and talk to them for 1 hour or even 2 hours and qualifying them and then just closing them for a $1,000 product, which was not so effective. And after switching the system, we saved 70% of our time and increased the average order value by over 500%. Because then the people that applied on the application page and were called by our sales rep, they were so much more warmed up and ready to buy that our sales rep only had to spend like 30 minutes and close them on a $5,000 to $6,000 program or even a $10,000 program, which was much more effective. And we developed a natural ecosystem for prospects to grow into clients because of the automatic onboarding sequence. We just focused our ad spend on front-end funnels like auto webinars, live webinars, and low-ticket products. And from there, they had the 3 to 6 month onboarding campaign. And many leads actually came after 1 to 2 weeks already, because just a few steps before getting them into the application funnel were enough to warm them up. And then our sales rep had a much easier time closing the prospects. And with this funnel alone, it was very easy for us to generate $100,000 a month, every month for several years, because it just works. So now you actually know the funnel and how it could work for you, but what would be the next step for you to get even further? So in my experience, working with an expert who has already achieved the goals you desire is the fastest way to success. You can work with me together and I can help you implement these structures, processes, and funnels for your coaching business. Because it's not just this funnel. There are so many other funnels that you could use and there's so much more to learn. So you actually become the expert that people want to pay. So we can have an individual deep dive into your business and optimize key areas so you can sell like never before and grow your coaching business rapidly. So if you're interested in implementing strategies like this one into your coaching business so you can actually make the money you deserve, then you can just click the link in the description and get in touch with me. I really hope you could learn a lot from this presentation. If so, just leave me a like or leave me a comment to let me know, and I will see you in the next video.